Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are down to our last 3 Troilus and Cressida monologues before we get on to the next play. And today we're going to get to hear from Ulysses in Act 5, Scene 5, which is in the middle of the war, which is weird because this whole play has taken place in the middle of a war. Oftentimes in the other historical plays, there's a lot of like talking and building up of things until we get to the great big battle at the end. But this has had tricklings of a war happening throughout. So today is just another day on the battlefield, but it's also not quite just another day on the battlefield. I mean, we already had Ajax and Hector do their fight that they didn't really finish because they're related, so they decided they couldn't kill each other, but they'd be okay killing each other on the battlefield, which made Achilles so angry that he wants to kill Hector now. And we have Diomedes and Troilus, who Diomedes is taunting Troilus by wearing the sleeve that Troilus had given Cressida, that Cressida accidentally gave to Diomedes. He's wearing it in his helm today. So Troilus wants to kill whoever it is, or Troilus wants to kill Diomedes. Diomedes wants to kill whoever it is that the sleeve belongs to, and they do find each other and they do a little bit of fighting. And at the beginning of this Act 5, Scene 5, Diomedes has won Troilus's horse, so sends that horse off to Cressida to be a gift to her to show that, you know, he's doing really well in this battle. And the Greeks, at the moment we're hanging out with the Greeks, and they are not feeling super optimistic because Hector is one heck of a fighter. He is apparently everywhere, as we heard from Nestor yesterday. It's like they're fighting against 1,000 Hectors in the field. Everywhere he turns, everybody is fighting just as well as Hector. So he's like, this is a little overwhelming, and Patroclus has been killed, and this whole list of other people have been killed. Like this is getting, you know, tense at this point. And then Ulysses comes in and he says, "Oh, courage, courage, princes. Great Achilles is arming, weeping, cursing, vowing vengeance. Patroclus' wounds have roused his drowsy blood, together with his mangled myrmidons that noseless, handless, hacked and chipped come to him, crying on Hector. Ajax had lost a friend and foams at mouth, and he is armed and at it, roaring for Troilus, who hath done today mad and fantastic execution, engaging and redeeming of himself with such a careless force and forceless care, as if that luck, in very spite of cunning, bade him win all." So what Ulysses is saying is the cavalry is coming. The fact that Patroclus was killed, remember Achilles and Patroclus were good buddies. The fact that Patroclus has been killed has lit a fire under Achilles, so he is actually putting on his armor and he's going to come out and fight. And he wants to kill Hector now. And Ajax is also really sad and now wants to kill Troilus. Troilus apparently has been fighting pretty well today, is the other takeaway from this. But Ulysses is now feeling hopeful because their 2 best fighters are coming out to the field and they both have some pretty significant fire in their bellies. So then we get to see Ajax and he's just like, "Where's Troilus? I want to kill Troilus." And most of them go off stage, but then Achilles comes in and he's like, "Where's Hector? I gotta kill that Hector." And then he leaves, and that's the end of Act 5, Scene 5, for as much as any of these are actual scenes. And especially when it's in the middle of war, there's just like 3 lines here and 3 lines here and 3 lines here. It's a lot of moving and shuffling of people off and on the stage so that you get the sense of the chaos of war. But anyway, that's where we'll be stopping for today with the Ajax Troilus thing boiling and the Achilles Hector thing boiling that we will have to get resolved before we're done with the play. So yeah, 2 more days of this, then we move on to another one. But we got to figure out how the war ends, or this part of it anyway. So I'll see you tomorrow for more. Mwah.